So, I was right again. NXT just beat AEW. In fact, they blew them out of the water yesterday, Tuesday, in the ratings. This was absolutely expected by me. I don't know how anybody thought AEW had a chance in this fight. Obviously, it was going to be a slaughter. I said this. That's right. I said it and I was right. Of course I was right. Who actually thought that Dynamite had any chance? The only thing I'm surprised about is that NXT didn't hit 1 million. I think absolutely if Dynamite wasn't there and they just did their thing on Tuesday, but it was like this massive show, they would have hit 1 million, probably for sure. And at the same time, if NXT had made the jump to Wednesday and was competing with AEW, let's say they do that, let's say they move to Wednesday and everything is the exact same. They promote the same stuff, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, they have the Undertaker bell, and AEW does the same stuff, Adam Copeland versus Luchasaurus, and all this, and 30-minute free, commercial free and stuff. If that happened, would NXT still have won? That's the question. And honestly, maybe. It would have been a lot closer. It would have been more like 750,000 to, I don't know, maybe 775 to 800,000, somewhere around there. It would have been within a 25,000, probably 50,000-ish range of viewership. I mean, if NXT ever does move to Wednesday for whatever reason, I'm sure AEW is going to do the same kind of stuff. They're going to advertise a lot of great stuff. And then maybe, who knows? But if NXT went to Wednesday and it was the same 2 cards that it was, Dynamite might still be losing that one. I'm sorry. There were so many non-NXT watchers that watched that show, I gotta tell you. Myself being one of them. I don't watch NXT. Never do. I am a Raw, Dynamite, SmackDown kind of guy. Never watch NXT. Even during those original Wednesday Night Wars, I never watched NXT. And even I was tuning in from time to time. I mean, obviously, why not? John Cena's there, Cody, LA Knight, The Undertaker shows up at the end. Quite honestly, yeah, the only thing I'm surprised about is that NXT didn't do better and Dynamite didn't do worse. Yeah, NXT did a 921, 920, I thought it was 971. So maybe if AEW wasn't even there and they still did that grand WrestleMania-like show, maybe they still couldn't have got to that 1 million. Maybe. I don't know. 921 though, I mean, that's almost 100,000 off from 1 million, which was what I expected. And then AEW with 609,000. I thought AEW would get lower. I thought it would be in that 500,000 range. So AEW definitely put up a fight. Okay, we all knew AEW, well, I knew AEW was going to lose. It was just a matter of by how much. I am glad to see, though, that AEW did 609,000 competing against NXT on a night that's not even Wednesday. Let's go ahead and take a look at the tickets for AEW as well. I might make a separate video on this, on how to fix the ticket problems in AEW, because last night I believe it was around 3,500 people. Well, this upcoming Collision has 2,673. That's terrible, man. Like, that's really bad. Okay, so the final count ended up being 3,620. The good news is that's not a 17,000 person arena, so it actually did look good. Just like, looking at this picture, yeah, the hard cam section is gone, but everything else looks full. So whatever, I'll talk about that later. The other big thing that happened yesterday, CM Punk is apparently not signing with WWE. So the story goes, and this is being reported everywhere, right? Punk wanted to work with WWE. I guess he basically reached out and was like, listen, man, looked at it and they were like, you know what, we'll get back to you. And then apparently they basically said no to CM Punk. They rejected CM Punk. I don't believe a word of this. Not one word of this do I believe. There is no chance that CM Punk doesn't sign with WWE. Now, it might not be at Survivor Series. It might not be at the Royal Rumble. Could be in 2024, right? Sometime in 2024. But I am not lying when I say that CM Punk is going to WWE. All these people reporting that CM Punk isn't going, they're being fed false information, or they're just stupid. I mean, this could be another Raj Giri situation when he was like, oh, Jade Cargill is not leaving. He's like, I'm willing to bet money that Jade Cargill stays with AEW. Meanwhile, everybody else was like, Jade Cargill is definitely going to WWE. Except now the roles are reversed. I'm the Raj Giri, except I'm right, and everybody else is wrong. But anyway, NXT squashed Dynamite last night, as expected. I mean, to be honest, the Dynamite card wasn't that great. The show itself was kind of mid. You know what I mean? Like, it was okay. But I think Tony Khan kind of knew that if I fight back too much, I have more to lose. Because and I think even Tony Khan knew this. He was never going to win this war. Not with John Cena, with all this, and you know, having it be on a Tuesday. AEW had every disadvantage going into that fight, right? Of course AEW was going to lose. Of course. Which is why he probably didn't put guys like Omega on the show. He probably didn't want to bring in Ospreay or Mercedes Moné because he didn't want them to lose. You know, he didn't want to pull out all the big guns and still lose. Had he had done that, and had he, you know, booked the show to be tremendous, you know, I mean, this could have been like a really special Dynamite that he could have advertised for a month. This could have been like a pay-per-view level Dynamite, and they still definitely would have lost. They probably could have gotten up to, you know, 7.5, right, 750,000, but they were never gonna beat NXT. Not on a night that isn't Wednesday, not with all the star power that WWE brought in. So I'm not surprised, and I'm not disappointed because I expected this. Let me know if you thought Dynamite was going to win, and please tell me why. I want to know why you would think that. And also, let me know what you think about the CM Punk thing. Do you think everyone's being fed false information? I think so. I think Punk is definitely going to WWE. Let me know in the comments. Good night.